I wasn't mentally prepped for how hard it was going to be. I just thought, oh, it'd be same as any other injury, a couple of months, shake it off back in there. No, it's a very, very tough injury, especially at my age. I'm 38 now. Do you know what I mean? So
All right, folks, I'm here with the one and only Liam Harrison, and we're at Diamond Muay Thai here in Toronto, Ontario. Thank you for joining us, Liam.
not a problem.
How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. I've been keeping myself busy. Obviously, I've been recovering from injury, which has been horrendous. It's been a long, long, long road back. It was a bad injury that I had, but yeah, I'm coming out the other side now. So keeping myself busy. I've been having a good time and I've been doing a lot of seminars and enjoying teaching all the Canadian people a bit of Hitman style Muay Thai.
So I heard that you're actually on sabbatical. You said, I'm not retired, I'm on sabbatical. How soon can we see you back in the ring, do you think?
You're meant to have 9 months for a professional athlete, 9 months post surgery before full return to sport. I'm only on 8 months now, and I'm fully returned, but I'm just not quite where I need to be able to fight at the level on one championship. I can't rush back into it. It'd be absolutely ridiculous on my part. And also, if I rush back and it goes again, returning before 9 months is a 30% chance of re-injury. So there's no point me just rushing it. Just for the sake of an extra 4 to 6 weeks, I'd rather just come back when I'm solid and I've got 100% trust back in my body, and I'm on the right path to where it is now. But I know myself where I need to be to fight at that level, and I'm not quite there yet. So there's no point me rushing back and doing anything stupid. I want to come back as strong as possible, and I want to enjoy my last year or two of fighting because that's all it's going to be. I've got 1 or 2 more years left, and I want to really enjoy it. I don't want to come back with any negative thoughts in the back of my eye thinking, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? I want to come back, know I'm fit, know I'm ready, and we'll go from there.
And for those of us who are not aware, what exactly happened to you? What was your injury?
Injury was MCL, ACL, medial meniscus, lateral meniscus, all tore completely in half. So it's a hideous injury, and I wasn't mentally prepped for how hard it was going to be. I just thought, oh, it'd be same as any other injury, a couple of months, shake it off back in there. No, it's a very, very tough injury, especially at my age. I'm 38 now. Do you know what I mean? So it's been tough. It's been tough not only on the body but on the mind as well. Not knowing when I'm going to be able to get myself back into fight shape, and I've been watching all these other guys having good fights and stuff, and I feel like I've been missing out. But we're nearly there now, so yeah.
So you just mentioned that you have a few years left. Would you ever hang up the gloves and become a coach? Because I know that you have your Liam Harrison training. That might seem like a natural progression, but we've also seen you behind the camera on one championship. What do you think is next for Liam?
I'd like to do both of those things. I like being, I'd like them to do some of the media work in one championship. They're aware of that as well, and so yeah, that would be the next step. But I like coaching. I love coaching. I want to travel the world, keep doing my seminars. Obviously, I'll turn be a full-time coach in the Bad Company gym with all the fighters we've got there and stuff. So if I can do a little bit of both, as well as keep up my own training, I want to keep my own training going as well and stuff. Not just from the physical side, but the mental side of things. Yeah, if I can juggle all three of those things together, that'd be good for when I retire. But I don't even want to think about that yet because all I think about at the minute is fighting. All I am thinking about is getting myself strong, back fit, and getting myself back in the mix and putting on some good, exciting displays.
I think the fans are very excited to hear you say that. My next question is around nutrition. You're an absolute beast in the gym, and Joe Rogan asked you, you're generating so much energy in every session. You said, I give it 110%, and that's a mental thing. But in terms of nutrition, how do you fuel that kind of rigorous training?
Well, I've got a nutritionist who helps me through fight camp, but I put a pretty good session in this morning and I had a coffee and a donut. So don't listen to that one though, Dave. Don't take any advice on me on that one. But yeah, a lot of it is mental. Like when I fight and I'm in camp, I've got a nutritionist who looks after me, takes care of me, my diet, and he works with a lot of the top athletes. He works with Haggerty and he works with a lot of the Venom guys, and he works with all them Pete at Condition Nutrition. He's very, very good. He plans out, he finds out when your training's going to be, what you're going to like, what you got planned that day, and he'll plan your meal prep around it so you're getting the most out of your sessions and you're always energized and you're never really going hungry and stuff. So yeah, it's a good thing to have on board for an athlete. I wish I'd have known about it earlier in my career because we had no clue when I was like in my early 20s to mid 20s. We had no clue about all this sports science stuff. We had no clue about not nutrition. We had no clue about all the strength and conditioning and all this side, which is all coming massively in for these young fighters and stuff who you see now who are like absolute animals. So yeah, it's a shame that we didn't have the access to the information that we had now back then.
So that's very interesting that you just mentioned that we have a lot more information than we ever had before. And I think because of the advent of online and, things like Liam Harrison training, do you think that If somebody starts now, not to say that they would become at the level that you're at now, but like, do you think that somebody could progress faster than you did?
Yeah, quite easily. I think like we now, like you said, we've just got so much access to information. I think I was a bit of a freak, really. I was fighting pro at 14. I was fighting men at 14, 15. I was traveling to Japan when I was 17 and knocked out the number one fighter at my weight. Then I moved up and knocked out the number one fighter at that weight as well. And that were all before I was 18-year-old. So yeah, I think I progressed real fast. But now with the access to what they've all got, more people are going to Thailand, learning the Thai way. There's obviously more people like doing the extra for conditioning and getting stronger and fitter and sharper, the nutrition, etc. So like that's why, as well, a lot of the Western fighters now are coming up and we're rivaling the Thais and other nations now as well. And obviously the new style of Muay Thai, a lot of it doesn't suit some of the Thai fighters with the small gloves on one championship. Obviously, there are some good ones who are like the top level of it, but a lot of them are struggling with the little gloves. And because the Western fighters are such heavy punchers and more boxing oriented, then they're like having the advantage at the minute.
Ideally, who would you like to see go against each other? Who, if you could just see anyone, even if it's a repeat fight, who would you want to see?
But it's happening now. One championship are pitting the best of the best against each other. Obviously, everyone wanted Rodlek and Superlek. We got that. I want to see a rematch where they both make weight and it's under 5 round rules. That'd be amazing. Superbomb versus Tawanchai is coming up. That's another dream fight that I'd have thought of. I can't wait for that one. So yeah, they're the two that are happening. There's a lot of over the years, there's been like a lot of politics and stuff that have kept certain fighters apart and that. But on one championship now, they're doing everything they can in their power to make sure these fights happen, which is amazing.
And who would you like to fight when you're back in the ring?
There's quite a few exciting fights for me in there. I'm not really bothered, to be honest, as long as it's some. Now, if I get offered certain fights now, I'm like, well, if I can't feel like I can get up for that fight, I'll just say no because there's just no point in just getting in there half-assed. There's some real good, exciting fights for me in my division. There's people like Sexan and people like that who are coming through, and I think like, if we put us together, we could really create some absolute carnage. And I just want the fans to be entertained. So as long as it's going to be someone who my style is going to go against, and it's going to be like an exciting all-out war, then I'll be happy to take any fight.
Amazing. We'd be happy to see you in any fight. How do you balance recovery between the intense Muay Thai training and weight training?
So you need to be getting like a good physio, ice baths, saunas, just all stuff like that. Good sleep on a night, good nutrition. All these things are massively important. And like, yeah, I think you need to have like a good physios watching out for you and looking out for you. I've been lucky. I've had a lot of two real good physios looking out for me on my recovery and my rehab and things like that. But yeah, in my fight camp, I'll always make sure I go to my physio at least once a week. I want to be ice bathing probably 3 times a week. Sauna in 2-3 times a week if you can as well. Nutrition, sleep, making sure you're in a good sleep pattern. And if you listen to your body, if you feel one day like if you feel absolutely exhausted and your body's telling you need a rest, have a rest. I used to feel guilty about having a rest some days, but the recovery is just as big a part as the fitness and the all the rest of it is as well. You're going to need to recover as hard as you train.
Next question, probably last one. For somebody who's entering their very first fight, what's your number one tip for them?
Huh. See, I was like 14 when I had my first pro fight, so I was just like young, cocky. I had no fear whatsoever. I know some people like get a bit nervous and stuff and like that. You just need to be able to control the nerves. Realize the nerves are a good thing. They'll make you sharper. They'll make you faster. They'll make your defense a little more better. Listen to your coaches. And the best advice I ever had was when I moved to Thailand, when I was living in Thailand, and someone said to me, one of my coaches there, he said, win, lose, or draw, he said, it doesn't matter. He said, just fight your hardest, fight your heart out, and enjoy the fight. And that's the main thing. Just enjoy it and fight your hardest.
That's really good advice. Anything you wanted to highlight that people can look forward to from your end?
Hopefully my return to the ring early next year. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much.